Redrick here, the Mom Strategist. I am so excited. Today, I am going to be teaching a really simple scope. What's that on my hair? Really simple scope. All that glitters is not gold. That's what I'm going to be teaching about today. All that glitters is not gold. Do me a favor and please share on Twitter, on Facebook, and of course on Periscope, because we already know, hey Jason, you guys are going to love this scope. I'm going to be teaching today very simply. This is a mindset scope tonight. It's a mindset scope. It's going to go inside of my scope school, my scope school, my video life and my life, business, and mindset training. It's going to go inside of my scope school. All right. Tonight, good evening, Colleen. I'm going to be teaching today, Colleen. All that glitters is not gold, all right? Now, this is going to be a mindset scope. Might be a tough scope, but I am going to be bringing my A game as always. Now, do me a favor and please share on Twitter, on Facebook, and of course on Periscope, because we know other people want to know and to be able to discern, you know, glitter from gold, gold from glitter, you know what I mean? Shiny objects. That's what I'm going to break down over the next couple of minutes. I'm Mia Redrick. I'm the Mom Strategist, and I support clients with both life and business success. You can always stay connected to me at miaredrick.com. That's my website, miaredrick.com. Or on Facebook, we can stay connected there too. That's Mia Redrick, the Mom Strategist over there. Mia Redrick, the Mom Strategist. Make sure you like the page so we can stay connected. Is absolutely true. This is a discernment scope tonight, and it's going to go inside of my scope school. For those of you who have been following me, you know that I record these videos and they go inside of one of my coaching products, which is called Scope School, all right? And you can learn about it on my website, all right? I'm so excited to share this with you guys today. I was thinking about it all day today. It's one of those things that I talk to my kids about all the time, the importance of being able to discern truth or knowing how to do it, all right? And I thought that I would use that very popular phrase we've heard over and over again, all that glitters is not gold, all right? It's so important, all right? For those of you who have never met before and those of you who are coming back, it's nice to virtually meet you. I'm Mia Redrick, and I got started my business about 13 years ago, and I made the decision to go to work as myself. I decided one day that I wanted to combine my background as a corporate trainer and my systems in motherhood into a business. And I had no idea how I was going to do that. I went to a small business resource center in my town, and I was told actually that this idea of mom coaching, we didn't use those words because those words didn't exist at that time, that no one would ever pay me to do this. And I'm so grateful I didn't listen to that director in that center, because I've had the great privilege to coach hundreds of clients, literally with leveraging what they know, building their brands from scratch, packaging their gifts, their knowledge, their education, their background, their experience into a product that they can sell. Thank you so much for sharing. And, you know, as a result of building my business, I can tell you that I've had the greatest fortune to work with, and I have the greatest fortune to work with giants. My clients are smart, they're sharp, they believe in self-investment, and they believe in God, all right? And that has just been been a blessing to me. Also, I work about 31 hours a month servicing my clients, and I love it. I don't know that there's anything else that I could have done other than what I'm doing right now. I love what I get to do, and supporting people with birthing their vision and understanding that, yes, you can build a brand from scratch. And yes, those ideas that you see over and over again in your mind's eye can turn into product that you can support the world with. Something I know a lot about. I built my business from scratch. I mean, scratch. All my coaching programs I built from scratch. Literally product that I ended up selling multiple times to many Fortune 100 corporations. Equally writing books that I've had the great privilege of becoming a #1 Amazon bestseller multiple times. Being signed to Emmy nominated nationally syndicated television shows as the Mom Strategist, being able to host an international movement for moms around the world, literally around the world. And this is the girl that was told that this idea, this would not work. And I tell you this, I don't say it with any, I'm not being braggadocious or anything like that. I'm just telling you that your ideas do matter. And that even though you might go to people or share your ideas sometimes with someone that doesn't get it, and therefore they might put your fire out, that doesn't mean that the fire can't be lit. You need to find someone that can light your torch, that sees what you see. And I was so grateful that, I learned how to build my business the right way. I ended up working with an incredible coach. Her models absolutely changed my life. We're tremendous friends today. And I started working with Terry over 13 years ago. And it was the first time I'd never even thought about working with a coach. So bumped into someone that was doing something that I thought, man, that might be what I want to do my own way. And I decided to work with her, decided to invest in coaching with her, and her models literally changed my life forever. This is what I've been doing, and I love what I get to do every single day, and there's something really magical, guys, about not trading time for dollars. There's something really amazing about not building a business and hustling and grinding or having a cattle call for customers. There's something that's really, I don't know, it's easy I feel like I work really hard. I do, but not with a grind, right? You love these positive scopes. Thank you so much. But it's not a grind. And I want to say that to you because maybe you haven't met yet an entrepreneur that has that model, but I had the great fortune to meet someone that had built her business in a way that she called easy and effortless. And while that doesn't sound real when you don't experience it, when you have the opportunity to live it, there's no going back. And I just want to share that with you. As a result of building my business, one of the greatest things I love is that when my husband developed kidney disease 8 years ago, I could still generate income. I could be there for my family because I had a model that was sustainable and that was time rich. And if you don't know anything about that, I'm telling you that is really powerful. That's what you're looking for, right? My husband got a kidney transplant about 3 years ago. And I was so grateful that, one, because we were full-time entrepreneurs and our kids have never seen mom or dad ever work a job. We've been full-time entrepreneurs for over 2 decades. And you know what? He could heal. He could rest. He didn't have to run off to work. You know what I mean? He could do what he needed to do to get ready. And I believe that's why he's done amazingly well. We were able to hire for him a private physician as well. To me, building a great business allows you to be able to create different experiences for your family. As a result of running our business, we've been able to give our kids a world-class education and invest over $715,000 in our kids' education. And that might not be your thing, or it might be a mom or dad out there, and maybe you're into independent schools. I am too. And the fact of the matter is, it's priceless, right? Building your business will allow you to invest in the things that are important to you. Experiences for your family, all right? Education for your kids. Top medical care for anyone in your family that needs it. To me, that's what really matters most. And I know that people talk today, 6-figure this and 6-figure that and all that. But I'm going to tell you that what's really important is sustainable success. When you get free, you want to stay free. You want to build a business based on solid models, all right? And what I love the most is that I'm a full-time entrepreneur. I am my boss. I come into the office 11:30 every day after I leave the gym, and I can date my husband in the middle of the week whenever I choose to. And to me, that's one of the greatest perks ever, all right? And I love the fact that, everything I wanted to see with my kids, you know what I'm saying? I've been able to see. Yep, I was that mom bringing the cupcakes to school. Yep, I was the mom reading that book in the mornings because I had the flexibility in my business to be able to do that. And I know that I'm talking to somebody out there that's why you want to be an entrepreneur. It's not just about the money. The money is a tool to create experiences that will allow you for your kids to be able to sow in their lives in ways that are absolutely incredible in your family's way. In the lives of your family in completely different ways. So I just want to say that. That's kind of the ABCs of me. If you're new to my scopes, that was a long introduction. But I just want you to know that's who I am and that's what I'm about. And if you like that, then you're going to like what I scope about, because that's what I love to talk about, are things that are meaningful. All right. Now today I'm going to be teaching on all that glitters is not gold. That's what I'm going to be teaching on today. And I'm going to ask you to share right now on Twitter, on Facebook, and of course on Periscope, because we already know that other people other people will benefit from this scope tonight. This is a discernment scope, all right? Now, for those of you, just before I get started in the next 2 minutes, for those of you who have been following the product, which is there's a promotion I'm running right now. It ends. Hey, Dr. G. It ends. Yeah, it ends on tomorrow at midnight. Okay, it ends tomorrow at midnight. You can go to bit.ly free product formula. Okay, bit.ly free product formula. All right, I'll talk a little bit about it at the end, but you can go to bit.ly free product formula, and now you guys have the link at the top of the audio. All right, so it's great. I think there are 7 of those spaces left. All right, if you're interested. All right, so that's been exciting. Been exciting this weekend. All right, so if you guys are ready, I am ready. And if you're ready, just say, I am ready, Mia. And I'm going to break this all the way down for you today. I'm going to be talking about all that glitters is not gold. Who's ready? Anybody ready out there? If you're ready, just write, I'm ready. Okay, if you're ready, write, I am ready. All right, who's ready? Anybody out there ready to receive today? And I do believe that, hey, Orjean, that you have to be ready to receive, right? To get a great message, right? We've got 2 people in the room who are ready. Anyone else ready? Okay. Awesome. Okay. Awesome. Okay. So you got to be ready to receive, all right? So I wrote down today, awesome. I wrote down today six points that I want to make about glittering and gold. And this was my inspiration for this. Hey, Dr. G. My inspiration literally was the fact that, I talk to my kids about this all the time. And we do this as parents. And your parents have probably talked to you about this also. That the shiny object, right, is so attractive. And let me tell you why shiny objects are so attractive. One, because they reflect light. Okay, it's just a flat fact. And you can see them from wherever you are, right? So a shiny object, unlike something that's dull, it spots your attention because that's what shiny objects do, all right? But all that glitters is not gold. And I always talk to my children about that because a lot of times we never think about the fact that just because it shines, right, doesn't make it valuable, okay? Just because it shines doesn't make it valuable. So number 1, here's the first thing I want you to think about as you're thinking about things that shine in your life, right? Okay. Things that shine in your life. The first thing I want you to ask yourself always is that, does it serve your highest good? All right. Does it serve your highest good? Now, one of the things that I've learned about shiny objects, things that are truly for my benefit, it serves my highest good. It means that I don't have to spoon feed it for it to be good. You know what I mean? I don't have to, it doesn't have to be on Monday or a Thursday for it to be for my highest good. If it's good for me, it is always good for me. All right. And I want somebody out there to hear me on this. All right. And one of the things I think that we all have a challenge with in our life is being able to discern whether or not the choices that we make in our life, right? Whether, whatever it is, whatever it looks like, whether it is for our highest good or not. And part of the reason is because often there's a disconnect between ourselves and talking to, I believe, to God, right? Like if you aren't talking to God directly, the fact of the matter, right, does a shiny object always feed your highest good? Absolutely, right? If you aren't talking directly to God, your source, right, then it's difficult sometimes to even know what good looks like for you, all right? But one of the things that I have learned over the years is that if it is good for me, I don't care how it shines, I don't care what it offers, I don't care what it promises me, then it's always going to be good for me. And as a general rule for me, doubt always means no. The things that are good for me, I never have doubt about. I'm very clear about the things that serve my highest good. You know what I'm saying? Sort of like think about even on the most basic level when you're thinking about, you could be thinking about something you're going to eat, right? And maybe you are, yeah, I know, you might be thinking about something you want to eat. And you might be thinking about, should I have this dessert or should I have this fruit, and you know that the fruit is always going to serve your highest good, right? And whereas, you look at this dessert and it's beautiful on the outside and the chocolate cake is like amazing, right? But the fact of the matter is, it doesn't really serve your highest good. Everything that's inside of it, right? Everything that's inside of it doesn't really support you, right? Now, let's be clear about shiny objects that sometimes they are yummy. Yes, they are. Most of the time they are beautiful, for sure. They are very, very salacious, right? They're very, very attractive to us. And shiny objects often appeal to us when we're at our weakest, all right? So I just want you to understand this. So all that glitters is not gold is what I'm talking about today. Number one is when you're thinking about a shiny object in your life, it could be people, it could be places, it could be things, it could be opportunities, doesn't matter. The question is, does it always serve your highest good, all right? And if it doesn't always serve your highest good, if it's in question, if you have to you ever had something, you have to put it like right in a box and turn it to the left in order for it to fit in your life or in your world, in order for it to be good, then it doesn't serve your highest good. The answer is no, okay? And so I just want to break that down for those of you who are dealing with that. Is this making sense? Okay. If this is making sense, somebody write me and say, I'm getting this. All right. Exactly, Colleen. Right. If this is making sense, somebody let me know that you're getting this. All right. Because this is one of those, I told you it's a discernment scope, right? And discernment scopes are really about you thinking about yourself as I'm sharing here. You're thinking about yourself and saying, what have you said yes to? Because, maybe it was just packaged so nicely. You know what I'm saying? It was, she was so gorgeous, right? He was so handsome. It was the deal of a lifetime. If you didn't do it now, you could never do this. You know what I'm saying? I just want you to think about it, all right? And I want you to then say to yourself, you know what I mean? Did it serve my highest good? Did it come with conditions? Did it come with rules? You know what I mean? Would it only work for you on a Monday and it wouldn't work for you on a Friday? Because if it's for your good, it is always for your good, all right? There are no conditions on what that looks like, all right? I just want to be clear about what that looks like. And I see this all the time, a lot of times in terms of business, that a lot of times people, they get these things mixed up. Like if you want to, let's say you want to work with a certain web developer, right? Yeah. You want to work with the shiny object come with conditions, right? Absolutely, right? You want to work with a certain web developer and you're like, oh man, I got to work with this one web developer, right? And it was a shiny object. Like you looked at all the sites and that they had done and it was beautiful. But then like, you notice that they didn't return your calls. You know what I'm saying? You notice that the prices were a little bit higher. You notice that their terms and their rules just didn't work, right, for you. And the fact of the matter, you got so caught up in the shiny object, the beautiful website, that you were no longer understanding whether or not it was serving your highest good anymore. You're going to pay 25% more. You know what I'm saying? For someone that's not respecting you, not even answering your calls. Just breaking it down. Number 2. All right. All that glitters is not gold. The second thing I want you to think about when you're thinking about is all that glitters that isn't gold is, does whatever you're considering, does it respect and honor you? Now, I'm going to tell you something, that at the end of the day, when you're dealing with relationships and you're dealing with people, all right, sometimes we are engaged in friendships, relationships with people that are toxic, right? Or sometimes we're in relationships that are codependent. And one of the things that I had to learn over the years is that, I had to learn, okay, was that if I was ever in a relationship, all right, and no matter the relationship, whether it was an intimate relationship in terms of, someone I was dating, okay, or if it were something that related to maybe a business relationship, or maybe it was a friendship that I had, all right, if it didn't respect me and it didn't honor me, if there was some question about what that looked like, right, you know what I'm saying, then it wasn't golden. It wasn't for me. All right. And this is one of those things that's so tough, because a lot of times when we're in relationships with people, the tough part is that, you know, the glitter is shining. You're remembering the good times. You know what I'm saying? You're remembering, you know, the times that you and your girlfriends kind of hung out together and, you know, and enjoyed one another. But the fact of the matter is, there have been things in your experiences or in your relationships or in your friendships that, you know what I mean, that have resulted in untrusting behaviors or disrespect, or you not being honored in the way that you needed to, and it's not a golden situation. And you know this, and I know this. A lot of people still hold on. They start running through their mind the memories of the glitter. You know what I'm saying? Of the good times. And as a result of that, they've forgotten about the disrespect. They've forgotten about the lies. They've forgotten about the, you know what I mean, the untruths. You guys aren't giving me hearts, but I'm just breaking this all the way down, because this, you forgot about the lack of support. You forgot about the fact that you showed someone something you thought was absolutely amazing that would totally be there for you, and they said nothing. All right. And I'll give you a situation. I'll never forget this. It was one of the most hurtful situations I ever had. I wrote my book, right? My very first book. So I write my very first book. I'm so excited, right? And the book comes, and I'm on the phone with a friend, right? Glitter. And I'm on the phone with a friend when the book arrives. Now, mind you, I have never seen the proof of my book. I have never seen the words from my, you know, I've only seen the manuscript on my computer. I had never physically held it before. It's a big day. The postman comes. I open my door. I'm on the phone with her, and I tell her, oh my gosh, my book is here. And she never asked me anything about it. She never said, congratulations. She never said, I'm so happy for you. I support you. And it was a pivotal moment, you see, because we had shared a lot of really great moments together. Glitter, okay? But the fact of the matter is, she wasn't able to honor me at a time that deserved that. And I'm just using my example and saying, what about for you? What situations do you have in your world where, you know what I'm saying, you've not been honored, you're not being respected? And I'm not talking about from an ego perspective. All right, did you just have that happen? Not from an ego. I'm talking about that the relationship, a good, positive, thoughtful situation, right? Yeah, absolutely. Thoughtful relationship would have those basic elements. And a lot of us, we are in relationships with people that are sometimes friendships or intimate relationships or otherwise, and it's just glitter. And yes, there were good times, but that's it. It's not gold. All right. You need to let it go. You need to understand the difference. And I remember in that moment, like literally, I think she said to me, I said, oh my goodness, my book is here. And I'm telling her. And then she said, and it's something you won't forget, especially when you support them. I think then it's your responsibility to understand that you do deserve gold. Okay. And in my case, I had to just like release that. I've had a couple situations like that over the years. And I think you'll find this, that as you climb, right? As you climb your own personal journey and to be the best that you can be, that I don't believe it's lonely at the top, because I don't feel like I'm lonely. I've got great friends. But I think that what happens is life starts to sift out people who don't fit. All right. They can't take the golden steps with you. They can't do that. Right. They have chosen not to. And as a result of that, they don't respect, they don't honor your walk, your journey. And it becomes very obvious, and you have to let it go. All right. And it's hurtful, but it's really important to understand. Yeah, it's your time, all right? So today what we're talking about is that all that glitters is not gold. The first thing that I've covered already, right? The king handles the next level. The first thing that I talked about today is whether or not where you are and who you're interacting with, does it serve your highest good? And if you got to take a situation and turn it around and flip it around in order for it to fit, I will tell you that it doesn't serve your highest good, because what is right for you, you don't have to flip over. It's right for you, and you know it. The second thing I want you to get is, does it respect and honor you? What do I mean by that? That means that a lot of us are engaged in relationships with lots of people, and those relationships are not relationships that honor you, meaning you're growing and your relationships aren't, right? Maybe your girlfriends, you're busy building whatever you've got going on. And like the scenario that I gave you, like I wrote my book and I'm on the phone with a friend who is a dear friend, and she can't say great job. All right. I want you to think about similar situations, and I don't want you to lament about them. I just want you to be able to separate glitter from gold. And a lot of times the difficulty happens because we're thinking about all those great memories, those great times that made that person be in that situation and have that proximity to you. But you know it's time to move on when you're in relationships that don't respect and that cannot honor you. All right. The third thing I want you to think about as it relates to all that glitters that isn't gold is, does your situation, does your life advance and elevate you without attachment to you? All right. So let me just say this again. Does the situation advance and elevate you? All right. Without attachment to you. All right. And so what am I saying? What am I saying? I mean that there are times, right? I'm going to break this down. All that glitter isn't gold is what I'm talking about right now. We're on point number 3. And what I want you to think about as it relates to glitter and gold here is that whatever you're engaged with, whoever you're engaged with, whatever the opportunity is, right? The fact of the matter is, does it advance and elevate you without attachment? See, what I've learned over the years is that sometimes when you begin to build treasure, okay, along the way, there are people who will attach, like they will attach to you because of your elevation. All right. And this is one of those things it's a tough thing. Like, so imagine, let me give you an example. So imagine, I'm gonna use a TV example because I think everybody could understand this really well. So one of the greatest examples I could give you is, imagine that you are, I'm gonna use me, okay? You get signed to a television show, right? Got signed to a television show. Then all of these people, right? They kind of like you, that glitter, okay? Now they have golden things to say about you, right? They want to get together with you. You know what I'm saying? They're talking about you. They love you. Okay. You understand what I'm saying? And so it's easy in those moments to mistake that glitter for gold, right? Truth. All right. Are you guys following me in this case? Because it comes with an attachment. The attachment really is around your success, or maybe what folks think you can do for them, or where they think you're going to go. And so all of the glitter, if you will, it is all just an illusion anyway, but all of the glitter is not based on or steeped in anything that's real. All right. You understand what I'm saying? It's not steeped in anything that's real. It really has more to do with where you are going. And the moment that you move, or the thing that you are, you know what I mean, the thing that excites them about being with you changes, the fact of the matter is, then they're gone, okay? Because the only reason that they are even golden, let's say golden, in your life right now is because of what you're bringing to the table. And this is a tough one that a lot of people don't get. And it's a very hurtful one also. I wanted to use that example. I thought that you could be able to see the TV piece, because that's a very prominent one that, a lot of people experience. I know that, I had people writing me and said, I always thought these things, and all that kind of craziness. And it's so easy that if you don't have discernment around things like that, it's very easy to believe, okay? You know what I'm saying? To believe that, because it's not real. It's actually, the gold is only attached to what you're bringing to the table, all right? It's just glitter. It's not real, all right? And the moment that whatever you're doing that has created the success that's been attractive to the person that wants to be a part of your world changes, they are not truly for you to begin with. They're interested in your advancement, right? They're interested in your elevation with attachment, because maybe it says, I know this person, or maybe it says I get to do this with this person, or maybe it allows them to be seen with this kind of person. You guys know what I'm talking about. Today, what I'm breaking down is that all that glitters is not gold. And this is why it's so tough for people at times as they create significant success, right, to, like to find their people, right, in essence, because of that, right, because people want to attach to people who are successful, all right. You'll see it even, I use an example as it relates to television, because people were just coming out the woodwork, like, wanting to connect with you. But I could also say that sometimes it's due to your status, right? Sometimes it's like, oh, this is my physician friend. Okay, you know what I'm saying? This is my attorney friend. People do these things, right? They want to be connected to you, right? They want to be connected to you because of where you are in your life. And all that glitters isn't gold. That means that these people are never really for you. They are what you're about. Okay. Number 4, the fourth thing. Okay. I know, but you guys have seen it before, right? I know. The fourth thing is all that glitters isn't gold as it relates to, and this is what I wrote here. Is it gold or is it gold filled? Okay. Is it golden, or is it gold filled? Okay. And I said that's either. Is it illusion? And this is one of those things that I want to go a little deep on. I know this is like a little deep tonight, but I want you guys to get this, right? Is it gold or is it gold filled? What I mean, is it illusion or is it true goodness? One of the things that I've learned over the years is that sometimes if your self-esteem is low, if your sense of self, you're not fully aware of who you are and what you bring to the table, it is so easy to be, to mistake, you know what I mean, gold from something that's gold filled. You understand what I'm saying? And that means that there might be people, it might be opportunities, right? It might be, people, opportunities, right? Who loves you, who doesn't love you, right? Wow. Is it gold or just gold filled, right? It's hollow. And a lot of that is going to be connected to where you are in terms of your own self-view. It's going to, the way you see yourself is going to determine whether or not you know what I mean, you allow, lightweights, okay, you know what I'm saying, into your world. If you allow an experience that never is meant to be there to begin with, because it is truly illusion. That's what made me think of, right? Yeah, absolutely, right. And a lot of times we don't think about this, but if you think about a scenario in your life where you attracted something, you accepted something that, one, like I talked about, didn't serve your highest good to begin with, it didn't respect and it didn't honor you. No, inconsistencies there. You know what I mean? As you began to advance and elevate, you know what I mean? It attached itself to you. And the moment that whatever you did to advance and to elevate changed, okay, it started to detach from you. All right. You guys are following me, right? The first 3. And then the fourth thing, it happens because the relationship, you know what I mean? Or, the person was gold filled. All right. And not gold or golden. All right. And I would say that's the illusion of goodness. It's the illusion of goodness, right? So that's the thing about hollow things, is that it has the illusion of goodness, but it's really never about the people or the things that we choose. It's always about us, right? And the moment that you understand that the reason that you choose something that is hollow is because you actually need to fill, no, it's an illusion, right? It's because you actually need to fill your own cup. All right. You need to fill your own cup. That's what's most important. All right. So today I'm talking about all that glitters isn't gold. And I'm breaking this all the way down. Number 5. Does it cater to your weakness, your lack, or your desperation? So whenever I'm thinking about all that glitters that isn't gold, I always think like, the reason that we are attracted to things that are hollow, that are not, 100%, is because typically things that glitter, right? They cater to our weakness. They cater to our lack. They cater to our desperation. And I want you to think about this for a moment. I see it a lot, like on a platform like this on Periscope. So let's say people want to generate significant income because they want to change the lives of their family. Yay, right? So, and they're looking at where they are right now. And where they are right now, they can't stand it. It's Sunday night. They've got to go back to work, and they don't want to do it. Now somebody comes on. Boom. Okay, they're hollow. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? It's gold filled, all right? But they present you with an opportunity, right? They say, hey, you know what I mean? Follow me, okay? And when we choose things that are hollow, it is because it's something that needs to fill our cup. Yeah, thank you, Colleen, for putting that there. All right, so I want you to understand that when you are dealing with something that's glittering, right, that isn't gold, that most often it is because it is catering to your weakness. Like, you don't want to go to work on on Monday morning, and it's Sunday night, and you know what I'm saying, and you hate your job. And now somebody's come on and said to you, I can help you make 6 figures this week. All right. And the fact of the matter is, it's not about serving your highest good. It's about probably serving that person's highest good. It doesn't respect and honor you. It sees you as a commodity. It doesn't elevate and advance you without attachment. All right. And it's gold filled because it's not really meant for sustainable success to begin with. It's meant some kind of flash cash thing to cater to you in your weakest, darkest moments, right? Where you're most vulnerable, when you're scared, when you're like, I just don't want to go back to work in the morning. I just want to be with my kids. And so you choose from a place, right, that is not, you know what I mean? It's not your yellow brick road. It's like, it's not going to get you where you want to be. And this is so, so important around discernment, because I see it all the time. And I try to understand for the life of me, how is it that so many people fall prey, I'm not going to go too deep with that, right? But fall prey to all kinds of things. All kinds of things that are not real. And that it is because we are attracted to the glitter. And it isn't gold. That's what you got to understand. It's not gold. And at the end of the day, you end up spending your time, your money, your energy, you know what I mean? Wasting your esteem, because you made a choice out of your own desperation. You made a choice from your lack. You made a choice from your weakest place. All right. And as a result of that, nothing good comes from that. You know what I'm saying? When you make a choice, and you make a choice from the highest part of yourself based in clarity, right? Knowing what's best for you. But when you make a choice from your low place, from your lack, you're never going to choose for yourself something that's powerful. And this is just really or right. Okay, for yourself, all right? Or long withstanding. I'm just breaking it all the way down. And I know that this scope might not be for everyone, but I know that there's somebody out there that's listening to this, and you're thinking every time you made a decision for yourself to move forward, it has always been from you not being able to take a stand from your strongest self and say, this is who I am and this is what I deserve. It's always from your lowest place. It's always from, you know what I mean, from your lack, all right? So making choices from our lack doesn't allow us to choose powerfully. No, it doesn't. And it's the reason why so many people never get what they want. And it's the reason why, you know what I'm saying, that you can be shammed and flim-flammed on platforms like this. It's the reason why you can have teachers and coaches and mentors and trainers selling you all kinds of things that you don't need, all right, because you don't know what you need. And I want to be 100% about that. And I hope that you get this, right? It's the reason why, and I see it a lot too, like people who go to live events. You go to a live event, some dynamic speaker speaking, doing an amazing job, and you look at that speaker and you're like, wow, and you're so enamored with what they're talking about. And maybe what they're talking about is who they weren't and what didn't happen for them, and they're talking about their low place, and based on that, they make an offer to you, and you say, that's me. But what you got to understand is, that's not where you're going. Where you were is not where you're going. When you make an investment, you make a choice for yourself. You make it from your highest place. You think about where you're going. You don't make a choice because someone's pain is in alignment with your pain. You're not going that way. And if you don't understand that, you don't have discernment around that, I want to tell you that, you know what I'm saying? The yellow brick road, it's not going to take you where you think you're going to go. It's not, all right? It's just glitter, all right? And at the end of the day, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You're going to realize, like, you're back in the exact same place because of how you're making your choices. I hope you guys are getting value from what I'm saying today. Please share on Twitter, on Facebook, and on Periscope. I'm breaking this all the way down, all right? Today I'm talking about all that glitters is not gold. I only have six points, and I'm done. I'm on number 6 right now. So number 6. Now this is a tough one. Okay, so does it give you a false sense of success? And I want to say materialism, okay? I want to talk about this. All that glitters isn't gold. You know, why am I talking about this? This is on my mind today. Does it give you a false sense of success? To me, all that glitter not being gold, if it gives you a false sense of success, then that's what I'm talking about. I mean that there are people who believe, and you guys will see this like on Facebook all the time, right? You know how you watch those Facebook ads, and then somebody's like rented like a couch, like overlooking the, you know, overlooking some penthouse or something like that, and some amazing skyline view. And they're saying to you, you want to live like this, but the reality is that they have a film crew that's been shooting, you know what I mean, that space. They rented that space, all right? And so that there are people, right? Glitter will give you a false sense of success, right? There are people who believe that in order for you to believe them, that they have to give you a false sense of success. They have to show you with materialism. And I want you to understand that so many people fall prey to this. Like, it could be materialism. Maybe I'm showing you that I have to go somewhere in order for me to, you know what I'm saying? But I want you to think about the true treasures. I want you to think about things that are truly valuable, right? And this is something that means a lot to me personally, right? I think that the things that are truly valuable, like I work with people all the time who, at times when I first meet them, they are looking to, you know, build a life that they're looking to escape from. All right. And I think one of the most valuable things in life is to be able to build a life you want to come home to. It's an incredible treasure. Imagine building a life that you want to come home to, not that you're trying to escape. And I don't know where we've gotten in our society. I don't even know why it is this way. But I do know that it is true that one of the ways today, because of social media and because of live streaming platforms and, you know, social ads and all of this, that one of the ways that we see glitter, okay, is that people are showing you things that are materialistic as if that is what true success is. Don't get me wrong. Listen, assets are an incredible, to me, assets are a major investment. We love buying homes. We have a house for each of our kids. That's their house. That'll be their house. It's not their house yet, but will be their house to pass on to. We love giving assets to our kids. We have a commercial laundry to pass on to our kids as a legacy. I'm into that, all right? You know, my son invests in stock. I'm into that. Don't get me wrong, all right? But I'm talking about having to have things in order to substantiate, all right, your success. I'm talking about having to tell somebody that you made, you know, $20 today, right, in order to substantiate your value. It's glitter. And I want you to understand that true success doesn't really require that at all. Whenever you're around people who are incredibly successful, no one's talking about that unless we're talking about, you know, better ways to invest or buy property or, you know, or I don't really involve myself in terms of investing in stocks. I don't know much about it, but that's the only thing people talk about. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think of a better way to say this, right? Like, we don't talk about things from a materialistic perspective. We talk about return on investment. And one of the things that I always know whenever I see people that have to tell me how incredibly wealthy they are, and that wealth is something like, you know what I mean, like a thing that doesn't, amount to wealth. I get this, right? You love me, and I'll give you $1 million. Okay. And it doesn't amount to wealth. I just want you to understand when you're seeing glitter, you know what I'm saying, versus gold, because in my opinion, true wealth doesn't do that. I know very wealthy people. I don't know if you guys ever read the book A Millionaire Next Door, but most of the people that I know who are exceptionally wealthy are pretty conservative financially. They're great investors. They're looking for a return on investment. They typically are not very flamboyant people at all. You know what I'm saying? And yet you meet people sometimes who feel that they need to let you know that they are successful, and that's always an indicator to me of their definition of what success looks like. I remember hearing someone. She was talking on like a summit or something like that, and she was telling everybody how you guys will get this, right? She said something like, I used to have to take the bus, but now I take limos, and I rent limos. And I remember, and people were like, I'm telling you, people were going crazy listening to these things, right? People were like hearting and liking all of this, and I was thinking, like, a limo ride, like, you know what I'm saying? $65 an hour. Like, you don't have to be wealthy to rent a limo. You don't have to be wealthy to fly first class. So a lot of times, because people don't know, you know what I'm saying, they get caught in the glitter. And the question is, what about you? And I wanted to speak about it as it relates to materialism. It might not be what everybody's thing is. I don't really care, but it's what I want to contribute to this conversation. And I want you to know that all that glitters isn't gold, if it gives you a false sense of success because you got a bag on your arm, or, you know what I mean, you're investing in material things. To me, what true wealth is being an investor in the stock, or, you know what I'm saying, or investing in an asset that can create a return for you and your family for years to come. And that, to me, that's what true wealth is. Okay, like in the truest sense. And anything other than that, in my opinion, is glitter. And I just want to call it out for what it is. And let me just recap really quickly. Today I talked about, did you guys get value from the scope? Today I talked about all that glitters isn't gold. All right, all that glitters isn't gold. I covered a couple things. Number one, I said, you know what? You'll know that if it's glitter isn't gold if it doesn't serve your highest good. If who you're thinking about dealing with, working with, you know what I mean, whatever you're choosing to invest in, whatever that looks like, if it isn't for your highest good, if you gotta ask questions about whether or not something is good for you, it's not good for you. Think about it on a real basic level, all right? The second thing I want you to think about is, does it respect and honor you, all right? I think that whenever you're dealing with something that is golden in your life, it will respect and it will honor you. If it doesn't do that, then it needs to go. And I'm pretty picky about this, actually. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really picky about that as it relates to my relationships, whatever that looks like, right? So, and I recommend that to you also. Number 3, does it advance and elevate you without attachment? That means that sometimes as you get a goal, you have your golden opportunity. You're moving forward, all right, and you got all these little folks, right, hanging out with you, right? They watching you do what you do, and they want to be with you, all right? And or maybe they've connected their success to your success in some way. And I just want you to think about it. So there shouldn't be toxic or codependent attachments connected to your success. I broke that all the way down. I want you guys to get that. All that glitters is not gold. Not everybody that says I'm for you is for you. If someone's only for you so that you can salute them, you know what I'm saying, then and they benefit directly, they might not be for you. You just need to understand that. Number four, all that glitters isn't gold, because the question is it gold or is it gold filled? All right. Is it illusion of goodness? All right. And a lot of times we attract things that are illusions that we think is gold, but it's not gold because of our own self-esteem, because we don't know what we deserve. You know what I mean? Because we don't have boundaries in our life. And if this is you, I want to challenge you, call you out in that way. Number 5, does it cater to your weakness or your lack, desperation? So what I want you to think about, all that glitters isn't gold, when you're making choices sometimes, not from your powerful place, but from your low place. You're thinking about what you don't have. And as a result of that, you say, I'm working with a coach. And it's like, okay, well, how do you make that decision? One night, you know what I'm saying? I was thinking about it. I hate going to work and I hate this. So you pick something, you get what I'm saying, that it wasn't even for you. Like the solution isn't even where you're going. All right. But you chose it based on a low place in your life, scarce place, lack place. You didn't make an abundant decision. You didn't make an abundant choice. You weren't reaching high in your emotion, in your thought process, seeing yourself as you can be. You were thinking about who you weren't, and you made a choice based on that. And that's not going to always be the most powerful choice. I'm just breaking that all the way down. And I see this all the time. People make choices out of their desperation, out of their lack. I had $2 in my bank account. And so you make a choice. You know what I'm saying? That is not for your highest good. It's not a powerful place. Number 6 is, does it give you a false sense of success, right? So you'll know if you're dealing with glitter versus gold if what you're dealing with gives you a false sense of success and you need materialism to validate your success. Like, you know what I'm saying? You need to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's not real. All right. This is what I want you to understand. And I was thinking about it. I was like, I didn't want to say like money worship. Okay. Because then it sounds like I'm like anti-money, because I'm not. Money is a great thing, but it's so interesting to me today because, this is great fall. All right. It's so interesting to me today because this is truly, one second. Are you going to stay there? All right. This is truly, let me see. There, I think it'll stay. This is truly where we're at today, is that people are so focused on money and money worship. Okay, let's not call it that. It was money worship. Okay, and at an all-time high. And it's so interesting because making money is the easiest thing ever. All right, but all money is not good money, and I don't even understand who wants to work with anyone in the world, like just to get money. No one. You want to have the biggest headache in your business? Try taking all the money in the world, right? You work with anyone that'll give you money, or try doing anything and everything for the money. Okay. And so I just want to say, right, all money is not good money. I just want to speak about that. And a lot of times, we don't think about it enough. People are like, I just want to make money. I just want to make money. And we're just thinking about making money. And instead of understanding that making money is absolutely one of the easiest things that you can possibly do if you get your head on right about it. And that materialism does not equate to success. In fact, it's the opposite. Usually when I meet people who are exceptionally materialistic, they don't have things in their storehouse like assets. And I'm not being in judgment about it at all. I'm just talking about priorities. All right. And, and most of the people that I know, they don't even invest in things like designer bags and at a high level, or expensive cars and things like that. They don't as a primary thing. I mean, their primary investments are things that create a return on investment. So if this is you, I want you to get this. All right. That's what I wanted to share with you guys today. I told you it was going to be a discernment scope. It's a little different scope. And if you're new to my scopes, I hope you'll come back. Did you guys get value? Did you learn anything today? Was this supportive of you guys today? Was it a little bit too hardcore, or a little like it was out there? But it's something that, I talk to my kids about all the time. And it was also one of the reasons why, we thank you so much. It's one of the reasons why we ensured that our kids had a Quaker-based education, right? Because we wanted them to understand that, thank you so much, we wanted kids to understand that there is that of God in every single person, that material things material things are like the least significant thing in the world, right? And you need to make sure you invest in things that can create a return for you, all right? Including your relationships, all right? What was one aha? What was something that you guys got from the scope today? What was an aha that you got from the scope today? And anybody? What was an aha that you got today? Or a lesson, something that stood out for you? Anyone? Anyone? All right. If you haven't shared on Twitter and Facebook, please do. Thank you so much, guys. Any lessons? Anyone have any ahas they want to share that you got from the scope today? It was good. All right. But it was a little deep, I have to say. All right. It was a little, it was a little deep, but it was what was on my heart. Does it respect and honor me? Absolutely. Absolutely, right? Gold filled versus gold, right? Isn't that important, right? Understanding, because they look the same, but they're not the same. You know what I'm saying? Gold filled versus gold, you know what I mean? It looks the same, like you're just standing there, but it's not the same. And the question is, you know what I mean? It's hollow. All right. You got to understand that about what's gold filled. It's hollow. All right. Or it's just a finish, right? It's just a gloss. It's just an illusion, Anyone else have anything else they want to share that you learned from the scope today? My goal was to support you guys in, all that glitter is not gold. All that glitters is not gold. It's really important to be able to discern that for yourselves as you move up, onward and upward in your world, right? Choose to get an ROI, absolutely. The consistency of gold, it's solid all the time. Gold is always solid, absolutely. And isn't that interesting though? But you can apply it to so many things over and over again when you think about it, when you think about relationships or opportunities or whatever it is, what it looks like. And I always know that if I'm doubting, it's wrong. Glitter, it falls off, right? Glitter just falls all over the place, right? I mean, you know what I'm saying? It breaks up. It's like, it's an illusion, all right? But gold doesn't do that, all right? Absolutely, right? You guys got the analogies today. So, anything else? Did anybody else have any last reflections before I share with you guys today? If you're interested in the getting the free product formula, there are 7 of those left. I'm excited. Or 8 of those left, 7 or 8 of those left. And you can go to bit.ly/free product formula. Don't choose from a low place. That is probably one of the most significant things that I said, that people choose to elevate their life, right? You choose to elevate your life from your lowest place. Like, you know what I mean? Not thinking from making a high choice for yourself, making a low choice for yourself. That's why a lot of times we end up in relationships that we shouldn't be in, right? Because we're thinking about what we don't have, right? Instead of what we deserve. All right. I just want you guys to think about this for a minute, right? I just want to always come 100%, for you guys. And I want you to get this. All right. Hey, Queen Pam. Good to see you guys. Also, all right. Any last reflections? If you're interested in getting the product formula, right? Thanks, Mia. Very thought-provoking topic and very instructive. Thanks for going deep. We need this. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. If you want the product formula course that I'm teaching on the end of August, August 31st, it's running for 4 weeks. If you want to get that class for free, you have until tomorrow. Hey there, darling. You have until tomorrow to get that class for free. I sell that class for $14.97. All right. It's going to run over 4 weeks. I'm teaching the first week how to create product, all different kinds of ways that you can, create your courses, your ebooks, your coaching program, your continuity programs, you name it. all kinds of product. That's what I'm teaching the first week. The second week, I'm teaching the methods to create the product. I'm going to break down for you exactly what you need to do to create the product, all right? So there won't be any questions about how to do that. I'm going to teach you that during the second week. The third week, I'm going to show you various ways to package together a lot of different types of products that will fully value a transformation for your client and also allow you to command higher fees, because a lot of times I meet people, they might have product, but they only have low-end product, and as a result of that, they can't command top fees. I'm going to show you what you can do about that. And then the fourth week, I'm going to teach you how to find buyers, because even if you have buyers and you have the method to create the product and now they're packaged, you've got great packages. If you don't have buyers, then guess what? You can't sell what you have. And I'm going to teach that over the course of, like I said, 4 weeks, starting the week of August 31st. The course is called The Product Formula, but you can get the product formula free if you sign up for my mentorship program, which is called The Giant Circle, and it's $397 a month. That's it. Now, this is what comes with the Giant Circle. 12 months, you and me and an incredible group of people, like-minded entrepreneurs. I mentor you each and every month, 90 minutes. I answer any question you have on the floor. So you want to know about your prices. You want to know about how to pitch your corporation. Whatever you want to know, I'll teach you in a group setting, 90 minutes on the call every single month, okay, over the course of the next 12 months. But also in the Giant Circle, you're going to also get my curriculum, How to Build Six Figures and Leverage What You Know, which is going to teach you how to build six figures with time-rich models, how to build six figures with live events, using webinars and teleseminars, because that's how I built my business, all right? So I'm giving you all of my secrets. That curriculum is 13 and a half hours. I taught that course last year. It's phenomenal curriculum. And you're also going to get my video coaching school, which is Scope School. We call it Scope School, Business Mindset and Life Video Training. So you can coach yourself even along the way and pop in a video and learn what you want to learn. And I always bring my A game as always. You guys know me for that. All right. And you're going to get a ticket to my upcoming retreat in November. The ticket sells for $550. That's included in the bundle. So you're getting a lot, right? $8,000 in value you're getting. And we're including the product formula. We're including the product formula course for free. All right. So just for $397 a month, when you sign up for the Giant Circle Extended, we have 7 or 8 of those left. And tomorrow is the deadline. Tomorrow midnight is the deadline. We actually had 20 on Saturday. We sold out in like 15 minutes. Then I added 20 more. And now we have 8 or 7 left. All right. And if you're interested in those, I'd love to mentor you. If you've been following me and you're like, I want to work with you, I want to work with you too. All right. So check it out. It's at bit.ly/free product formula. bit.ly/free product formula. All right. And when those spaces are gone, if we hit the number tonight, then we'll just take it down. And you can always sign up for the Giant Circle, but you won't get the course, all right? Still a great value, but you just won't get the course, all right? Are there any questions for me? Are there any questions for me about anything I talked about today, or even the product that I just mentioned, which is like phenomenal? But are there any questions for me? Okay, going once. All right, any questions? All right. So I'm so glad that you guys got value today. It was an interesting scope. It was thought-provoking. I want to thank you for being here. And I hope to see you guys inside at the inside on the other side of the free product formula course. So I'm excited about that. And if you miss it, you can always sign up for the course. It's $14.97. You go to my website at miaredrick.com. And it's there. You can just register for the course. If you don't want to do Giant Circle, it's a great course. If you are not already getting my newsletter, make sure you do. Go to miaredrick.com and do that. Or on Facebook, Mia Redrick, The Mom Strategist. Connect with me there. Okay, who's that? Mia, phenomenal product, great scope. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. All right. What product I can't remember. What program are you in? Tell me, it's Karen, right? I think that was Karen's email. Karen, what product are you, do you get? you are investing in with me. All right. All right. Who's that? I can't see. Why can't I see that? All right. I might have to put some glasses on. All right, you're in the Giant Circle. That's right. That's right. Okay. I couldn't remember if you were in Giant Circle Core Mom. So it is a great product. In fact, were you on the call this past week? It was like the questions were unbelievable. We had incredible questions in the Giant Circle this past week. That's the magic, is really getting your questions answered. Then you know how to implement. It was amazing, right? And it's a question you want to ask, but it's the question that somebody else just asked that you're like, gosh, you need it, but you didn't even know to ask it. That's the magic. And I have to say that being in a position to get the question answered is really important. That was, for me, made all the difference for me. My very first coaching program was very much like that, where with my coach for 10 minutes a month, that's all I did was get my questions answered. And it changed. Yeah, it's the magic, right? It changed everything for me because I knew what to do. I knew how to build the infrastructure for a coaching business. I knew how to build a coaching program because I didn't know anything about it. And she would just say, do this, do that. And that's what I would go and do. And I would go and run those plays. I knew exactly what to do. So that's the magic of that program. And the Giant Circle is phenomenal. It's a phenomenal product. And then to get that with a course that I'm teaching for 4 weeks that I'm selling for $1,400, it's like a no-brainer. It's like a no-brainer. All right. So are there any final questions or comments for me going twice before I sign off? I want to thank you guys for your time this evening. Gave you something to think about tonight. All right. And if you haven't shared yet on Twitter and Facebook on Periscope, please do. If you're watching the replay, you can still share. And yes, you can heart it up. So make sure you guys heart it up. I get a lot of replays. I come on 2 times a day. Be sure to check me out in the morning once I work out. It'll be the afternoon tomorrow. Once I'm done working out, I always do a gym scope. And then I usually come back in the evenings and I'll do a teaching scope similar to what I did tonight. All right. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great and amazing day. I love you guys. Bye.